Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. This is our second week of our 12 weeks of Christmas countdown, and I'm just grabbing a few more things that I'm gonna need. Again, prepping at the last minute. Well, that's not true. I mean, I was prepped, and then I looked at the clock and went, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be live in about 5 minutes, so I had to run in here and just make sure I had everything all set up. Okay. So welcome guys, welcome to week 2 of our 12 weeks of Christmas countdown. This is what we are making today. Isn't it adorable? So we're going to use the Whimsy and Wonder DSP to make this little box. It's so cute. There's a little Velcro closure, and then inside are 3 little mini Ghiradellis. They are, they fit in here perfectly. And these are, I wanted to do some candies that you can find year round, because if you wanted to start prepping these, or maybe you just wanted to change this, maybe use it for a different occasion, that's fine. These little mini Ghiradellis are available year round. You can find them anytime. All right, guys, but before we get to our adorable treat box, let's go over a few things. Today is the last day to subscribe for Paper Pumpkin. If you want this month's Paper Pumpkin, it's going to be this beautiful box right here. If you want this month's Paper Pumpkin, you must subscribe by the end of the day today, by like 11:55 p.m. Mountain Time. You got to be subscribed or you're not going to get this month's kit. Now this month's kit is 10 cards, 5 each of 2 designs, and they're Christmas cards. So if you are in the mood for some holiday crafting, you want to get this month's kit. I think it's going to be a fantastic, fun, beautiful Christmas card kit. So make sure you subscribe by today. Today is the last day if you're watching this on October 10th. All right, I gotta find out where I'm gonna put my papers. My area's a mess. All right, Eden's Garden, you guys. This is going to be a beautiful release coming in November. Demonstrators can actually pre-order this stuff now. So I actually have this, and I'll be showing the products in a little bit more detail in my Wednesday Facebook Live in my business page. So if you want to see more about the Eden's Garden product collection, make sure you join me on my business page on Wednesday, and I'll be posting links about that. But this will be available on November 2nd to customers. If you are a demonstrator or you're thinking about becoming a demonstrator, you can actually put these items in your starter kit, and demonstrators can pre-order them now. So if you want these items, you can get them now. You just have to join my team, which is a pretty awesome team to join. We have an amazing time, and it's only $99, and you get to choose 125 in product. So it's a great, great deal. All right, guys, one more thing that I wanted to remind you guys about. The 12th, which is Tuesday, is the last day to sign up for my card crate this month. This month we're using the Merriest Moments bundle. We are making 4 beautiful and amazing Christmas cards. They are very festive, very fun, and card crate will come shipped to your door. It is a class to go. In your card crate, you will get the supplies for those 4 projects. You're also going to get $20 in product. It ships for free. It's all $35. You can add on the bundle if you need to. There is details in the video description below, and you can head to my blog to find out all the details on card crate. But the deadline to RSVP with payment is on Tuesday. So if you want card crate this month, the Merriest Moments bundle, make sure you RSVP by Tuesday. All right, guys, this is what we're making today. Adorable little box that opens up, and again, there are 3 of these little mini Ghiradelli squares. Now these are the mini ones. They have, I wish I had some on hand. I normally keep Ghiradelli on hand in my craft room, but I don't have them. These are the super mini size. They have some that are like 2 by 2 inches. These are like 1 by 1, I think, maybe like 1.5 by 1.5, 1.25 by 1.25. So these are tiny. These are like the super mini size. These are the ones I have, the dark chocolate Ghiradellis. I love them. They're my favorite. And they do sell these year round. This bag I got at Target, but they sell them everywhere. So you can find these. So again, you can modify this for a birthday, for any occasion. You can even do Halloween if you have some Halloween ones. But this week we are doing Christmas because it is 12 weeks of Christmas. So we're going to start with our little box, and then we're going to get into our little ornaments here. Aren't they adorable? But let's start by making our box. So for the box, let me grab my paper. I have all my scraps off to the side here, so hang on, let me grab them all. Okay, for our paper, I don't want to lose anything. You are going to need a piece that is 3 3/4 by 8.5. And we're going to score on the, let's do the 3 3/4 side first. So on the 3 3/4 inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch on each side. So I'm going to do 1 inch, and I'm going to turn it all the way around and do 1 inch again. All right, we're going to put it up on the 8 1/2 inch side, and we are going to score at 2 1/2, 3 1/2, 6, and 7. Now, don't worry about writing anything down. All of the measurements are in the video description, and they will be on my blog a little bit later today, once the entire project goes up on my blog. All right, we are going to fold and burnish on all of our score lines. Remember, when you're making boxes, this is an important step not to skip. It's going to give you nice, clean, sharp edges if you use your bone folder. Okay, one more score line here. All right, now this side you have a much wider side, and then you have a shorter side over here. So this is actually going to be our lid. This is going to be our flap that's going to fold over. So let's do some trimming. So with the wider side to your left, we're going to trim up these little squares. There's squares here. I'm going to trim up on both sides, and then I'm just going to notch in on the squares. Okay, just like that. We're going to go through down to this side, and now we are going to completely remove this one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut up and then cut that. And I thought I had grabbed my punch, but I can't find it, so we'll have to. Anyway, my mind is wandering on my next step. Okay, so we've cut off this corner, and now we're going to cut in this way. So we're going to cut up that score line this way, and then we're going to notch in this just on here like this. This is going to be our little side, our little flaps right here. So that's why we're cutting in a little bit differently. And then once we have it there, we're just going to kind of chop it off at about 1/2 inch or so. All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side. So you can actually cut up all the way down to that second score line. We're going to cut off this, and I'm going to cut this first. We're just going to cut that to about 1/2 inch. You can use your paper trimmer if you want that to be exact. And we're just going to notch those little sides in just like that. Okay, and we're going to rotate it, and we're going to trim up this square exactly as we've done it on the opposite side. All right, all right, move all that trash out of the way. And this is what your cardstock should look like. Now, I was saying I needed my corner rounder punch. I did corner round these, but now that I'm thinking about it, we're going to cover all that up anyway, so I don't think it matters. But if you wanted to, you could take your corner rounder punch and round these. But this is what it should look like. We have the square tabs have been trimmed in, and then the other square tabs have been cut this way, and then we've just cut them in half. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. We're going to stick some DSP on before we adhere it down. So let me grab some adhesive. Now, all of the DSP measurements are also in the video description. I'm going to try to read them off to you from my notes. This one is going to be our front flap. This is 1 5/8 by 1 3/8. That's just going to go on that little flap, just like that. I have another little piece here. Oh, and I didn't even share with you the DSP we're using. This one is 1 5/8 by 7/8 of an inch. That's going to go on that little top flap. Hold on, that was not straight. Let me try that again. See if we can. Okay, that's okay. All right, so but before we move on to the rest of our DSP, let's talk about this beautiful DSP. This is our Whimsy and Wonder DSP. It is in our mini catalog. These are the patterns. It comes in 12 by 12. They have like this iridescent, beautiful foil on one side. And the other side is just beautiful, beautiful colors. This pattern is my favorite, but these are just, this is kind of the colors I gravitate toward for Christmas. I love using pinks in Christmas cards. This Misty Moonlight, I love it, love it, love it. So the Whimsy and Wonder DSP is what we're using today. If you want to pick up some of that, it is in my online store. All right, the side pieces, we're going to figure out which is the front. So this is going to be the front. So this side, these are going to wrap around like that. So we're going to put our DSP on these pieces. And these are 2 3/8 by 7/8. Again, all the DSP measurements are in the video description or they will be on my blog. All right. Then we have a couple more pieces for the front and the back. And these are 1 5/8 by 2 3/8. And that's just going to go right on our front. Oh, hello. Let's see if we can get that a little bit better. Okay, onto our front. Okay, and then our back. This one needs adhesive. All right, and that is all the DSP. Okay. All right, now let's adhere this box together. So on these little, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus for this. You can use any strong adhesive, tear and tape, liquid glue, whatever you want. On these little squares on the outside, I'm putting adhesive. Those are going to get glued to the back. This is this score line with this cut edge, the cut edge without the DSP. Okay, just like that, just like that. And then we're going to put some adhesive on these side panels here, and that's just going to wrap around. Just line up the bottoms, make sure everything is nice and straight. And that is pretty much the assembly of our box. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's get our little candies in here. 3 of our little Ghiradelli candies, and you can wrap these in DSP if you want them to be a little bit more festive. And you can check Ghiradelli. I don't know if they come out with festive packaging. They might, but you can check for that closer to Christmas. All right, so this is our little box. Now, to keep it closed, you can wrap a belly band around it. You can do a lot of different things to it. We are actually going to keep it closed with some Velcro. So I just have some little self-adhesive Velcro pieces here that I just got at my local craft store. So I'm just going to put one on the lid up here. Give that a really good press. Peel off the backing of the other side. And then we're just going to close up our box. Just make sure it's nice and even. Oh, that's okay. We'll figure. That's okay. I forgot a step, but that's okay. We'll just leave that one off. All right, now before, you just want to make sure that you peel these off and just make sure that they are nice and secured, because they will want to really stick the first time. So I like to just really make sure that they are nice. Let me pull this candy out because I don't have my hands in there. You just want to make sure that they're really, really nice and secure. And you might even want to just test it a few times. Just make sure that it's not going to pull anything off. All right, now if you don't want to use Velcro, you could use a little magnet or however you want to close it up. So there we go. Isn't that cute? And you're going to get your candy. Perfect. So cute. All right, let's talk about our cover piece. And the piece that I was saying we forgot was I cut out 2 of these ornate label dies from the Ornate Labels. These are ornate frames, sorry. These are from the Ornate Frames dies. I cut out 2 of this shape down here in Misty Moonlight, and I sandwiched them in before I put my Velcro on. So it was like this, like sandwiched in, so that it would just make it sturdier. But since I've already put my Velcro on, we're just going to put 1 in the front instead of putting 2 on. So you can do it either way. Just so we're going to put this on the front. So we're going to build up our little front piece onto our ornate tag. Okay, so this is the Whimsy and Wonder DSP. That we have those ornaments from that beautiful sheet of ornaments. Now you can do this with the gift boxes. There's little gift boxes back here. You could do it with the gift boxes. We today are using these beautiful ornaments. Now there's a ton on the 12 by 12 sheet, so you can just pick which ones you want to use and fussy cut them out. There are no dies for these little ornaments. So I've already fussy cut one. I've already fussy cut one of the polished pink ones, and I'm going to fussy cut this little deer one. So they are actually really easy to fussy cut. They're just kind of basic shapes. So they are pretty simple, and I love all this iridescent shine. When you're fussy cutting, just make sure you're using your sharpest, smallest scissors. I love our paper snips. And just move the paper with your non-dominant hand. Hold the scissors with your dominant hand, of course. And then you're just going to steer and guide the paper with your non-dominant hand. So my scissor cutting hands are not really moving at all. It's my left hand that's really moving this paper around. And you just want to just go around, leave a little halo around the edge, and there you go. That's fussy cutting for you. I love it. All right, let's bring in, I've also fussy cut a little bow, and we're going to go ahead and kind of arrange our ornaments. I'm going to use some Tombow liquid glue to adhere my little mint macaron bow onto my polished pink ornament here. So just a little dot of glue. You can use a glue dot as well. I'm just going to stick that down, and we're actually going to stick them onto our little label with some dimensionals. So grab those out. Let's flip these over, and we will pull out some dimensionals. Just put one on the back of each of those. We're going to adhere them down. This little deer ornament is my favorite, and this one's just going to overlap it just a little bit, just like that. Super easy. This is a great box to mass produce. You can make a ton of these in no time. Just fussy cut all the ornaments and then just go through and make all the little tags. All right, so I have a roll of glue dots here. I've already pre-tied a bow from our elegant trim. This is our silver trim. It also comes with some gold trim. I've already tied that because I didn't need you guys to watch me tie a bow on camera. That's pretty painful sometimes. So I've already pre-tied that, and I just stuck that to the deer ornament there. All right, we are going to stick these with dimensionals onto our box. I'm going to grab a couple of dimensionals, just put them onto our lid right here. And this is going to go right onto our box, just like that. Now we do need a greeting on here. And so the greeting that I'm using is actually from the Penguin Place stamp set. I'm using this little tiny Season's Greetings. I wanted a really tiny greeting that was going to be easy to kind of maneuver onto this small little box. So I'm using polished pink ink, and I just have a tiny little scrap of white. Just pull out your scraps and grab a little scrap of white. That's all you need. And I'm going to get our scissors again, and we are going to trim this. You could use your paper trimmer too if you want, but we are just going to trim right around the words. And here we go. Get our trash out of the way. And I'm just going to cut these apart just like that. And then I'm just going to go in and just trim around the season just a little bit more. Okay, so this is the perfect little tiny greeting for this. And I'm going to pull out my liquid glue again. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the greetings first. And you don't want to go all the way to the edge because some of it's going to hang off. I'm just going to place that down. Give it a second. And the same goes for the seasons part. Just put it on the first part of that word, because some of it will hang off. And there you go. We're gonna let that sit and dry. But that is your little treat box. Isn't that cute? And these are just little mini Ghiradellis that you can find anywhere. You can pick these up in your local grocery store. Perfect little box for them. These would make great little stocking stuffers. These are small enough to even throw in your bag. They're pretty small. You can see just in the palm of my hand. They're pretty small. They are about 1 3/4 by 1 by 2.5. So they're pretty small boxes. So you can put these in a little basket or your bag and just, you know, have them in the office, hand them out, or take them to the school, give them to teachers, classmates, whoever you want. I think these will make such a cute little treat for anybody. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Now I will be live on Wednesday in my business page, and Wednesday we are making this amazing box. Isn't that cool? This one's huge compared to this one. This one's huge. So we're going from little to big. So if you want to see how to make that beautiful box, join me Wednesday at 10 a.m. on my business page. And I will see you guys next week for week 3 of our 12 weeks at Christmas Countdown. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll see you guys later. Bye.